Hello and welcome to another episode of How to 9x Your Social Media. For those of you who don't know, I'm Simon Scholes, the founder and creative director of Perception Studios, award-winning visual marketing agency based in the UK, and we help brands and businesses create social content that really makes them stand out on their campaigns and just generally on their organic content as well. It could be video, animation, aerial work, visual work, graphics, all sorts of stuff. However, a few years ago, it became obvious to me that not every brand, not every business had the budget to spend on having continuous content made for their marketing. However, we all know on social media continuity that consistency is essential. So I wanted to try and help as many people as I possibly could. I wrote a book about a process that I came up with, called it How to 9x Your Social Media. It went to #1 on Amazon and you can download it right now in the section below. So go and get hold of your copy for free, my favorite 4-letter word. And that's what this process is all about. What content can you create yourself by making the content that you've already got work harder for you so that what you're creating costs you nothing but a little bit of time. It doesn't cost you any money. Just costs you a bit of time learning a process to make it work harder for you. So we've gone through avatars, we've gone through planning. The last video we went through blogging. What we're going to do now, we're going to go through the one thing that everybody hates and dreads: live video. So why live video? Why do I suggest live video? Even when I'm doing this recorded, why would I still recommend to you to do a live video? Well, the reason for that is you will record this video and press stop and start about 1,000,000 times, and then you'll stop altogether because you've not got it right and never post anything. You've got to get the idea of perfection out of your head, and live video is a perfect way of doing this. Now it might sound scary, and the main reason most people don't want to do live video is because they don't want that level of looking like a knobhead when you go live. But you can overcome that by the fact that you've already written your blog. You've already written everything you're going to say in blog format. You've got your story already written down. What you're going to do is you're going to bullet point your story. You're going to make little bullet points of your story so that when you go live, you've got something to call back to. And you're going to stick those bullet points on your mobile phone, which you are going to sit in landscape, not in portrait. You're going to sit in landscape on a tripod or somewhere nice and steady, eye height, so that you can talk to the audience, and you're going to stick those bullet points over the screen so that even though you are absolutely gorgeous, you don't end up looking at yourself, because there is nothing worse than not talking to your audience. When I first worked in radio, my boss sat me down for what's called a radio snoop, and they go through your links, and he said to me, "Simon, you need to learn to speak to the audience, not at them." How was I going to manage that? The audience can't see me, they can only hear me, I can't hear their reactions. So how do I break that barrier down? I stuck a teddy bear behind the microphone in the studio on the windowsill, and I spoke to the teddy bear, and it broke down that boundary immediately. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to understand your audience is behind the lens. Your audience isn't over here where you look gorgeous. Your audience is there. If you're talking here, it's like talking over somebody's shoulder while you stood in a pub, and there's nothing more rude than that. But if you're talking here, you're talking to them. Your audience is behind the lens. That's why you stick the bullet points over the screen so you can't see yourself, and that's why you're going to take a photograph of your best friend or your other half, or just put a teddy bear behind where the lens actually sits on your phone, and you're going to talk to the teddy bear or the photograph of your friend or your other half. And it will just help break down that boundary. Don't get me wrong, if you say anything funny, they're not going to respond. And if they do, that's really scary. Better get that checked out. There might be a poltergeist. But if they don't respond, that doesn't matter. What you've said is still funny, but it just helps you give yourself that opportunity to actually have something to talk to. Rather than talking to the screen, because you can't see it, you're going to talk to that lens and whatever it is that's behind your lens. Those are just some of the tips I want to give you today. But I really want you to start doing live video. You've written that blog. That blog is a great point of voice of authority. You have written that. You are an expert in your field. Now you're just going to turn it into a video format. Now, if you want to know how to structure it, I will put a link down below for a little structuring sheet that I've put together that you can go and download completely free, won't cost you anything, but you can go download that and it'll just give you an idea of how to structure your lives so that you know how to begin it, what you're going to do in the middle and what you're going to do at the end as well, because it can get a little bit confusing, but I don't want to throw too much information at you in one video. But hopefully you've got some value out of this. If you have done and you never have yet, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more content that I do every single day. I do 2 great videos like this a week, and then I have all my live content and all the breakdowns of the live content that I do 3 times a week as well, going out the rest of the time. So hopefully there's some value on my channel that you can grab hold of and use in your brand and in your business. But until next Tuesday, when I'll do another one of these videos, or tomorrow if you're going to come and join me on the live, thanks ever so much for watching. Stay safe still in these current situations, and I look forward to seeing your live videos. Let me know when you're going to do them and I'll come and watch. I'll see you soon. Bye.